Shalom, this is the brother Karatazar coming to another lesson. And the title of today's lesson is going to be something about more on Maxine. And, with that said, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for our learning this truth. Much respect to the hopeful elect. And shalom to you few brothers and sisters out there watching my videos. And truth be told, is that, we warned y'all, but y'all ain't listen. So more and more you're going to see these side effects coming out, from the Beetlejuice, whatever you want to call it, but it's coming out. All right. And we try to warn y'all 2/3. We try to warn the people and they ain't listen. So this is just one of the few things that we try to warn y'all about that y'all didn't listen about. So I'm gonna let y'all watch this video and I'm gonna come out with a few scripts, and Lord willing you find this edifying.
Only see right here on ABC 15, 10,000 Americans reported ringing in their ears after receiving the COVID-19 vaccine.
It's called tinnitus, but federal health officials say so far it is not a side effect. In an ABC 15 exclusive, investigator Melissa Blasius talks to tinnitus sufferers pleading for answers and treatment options.
Steve, first, there's overwhelming medical evidence that these COVID-19 vaccines are...
Salakia, and I just want to add that, tinnitus is a ringing in the ears, but, that could drive somebody to go insane. Like, you constantly hearing a ringing in your ear, that could drive you insane. That could drive you to madness, all right? So, just keep that in mind, because there's spirits created for all types of things. All right, and that could drive one to madness to do some evil things. So just imagine if you hear a constant ringing in your ear, that could drive someone to do something unexpected. So that's a concern. A lot of people are gonna be driven to madness from that ringing. So let's get back to the video.
Safe and effective against a deadly virus. The people you're about to see say they are not anti-vaxxers nor anti-government. They just want to be heard and helped.
All right, Salakia again. But, they said that they want to be heard and helped. But you asking for help from the wrong person, the same person that told you to take it. So now you asking for help from the same people who told you to take it, and it's going and you think that they're gonna help you? Not at all.
It's louder than his car's stereo, and it's the sound Robert Edmonds can't get out of his head.
Yes.
Kind of sound?
Yeah.
Yeah, people gonna be bugging out from this. I'm telling you, they're gonna be bugging out.
Yes. It's a constant high-pitched ring.
This federal government employee came to Phoenix seeking a specialist, hoping for belief and relief for tinnitus that he says developed after receiving his COVID-19 vaccine. In Seattle, George Hu is kind of a COVID hero, helping create COVIDWA.com, a vaccine finder site for his entire state. George got his shot in February.
The very next morning, I noticed...
Look at that, looking like baby swords. You know what I'm saying? Miniature swords.
I started having what felt like congestion in my ear, and then it got worse by the second day, and the third day I literally couldn't hear anything out of it.
A doctor prescribed steroids, and George's hearing returned, along with a ringing sound that persists to this day.
What you're going to get from me is the radical, transparent, blunt truth.
Mayo Clinic Dr. Greg Poland tries to dispel myths about the COVID vaccine, but he's not willing to discount a connection between the vaccine and tinnitus. Why? He got it too.
I can't tell with
They can't deny or confirm.
absolute confidence that it was a result of the vaccine. I can only say that it happened an hour and a half after getting the vaccine.
The ABC 15 investigators heard from people all over the country who said they reported sudden or worsening tinnitus to the CDC's Vaccine Adverse Event Reporting System, VAERS. In all, more than 10,000 Americans, including 217 Arizonans, reported. That's 1 out of every 21,000 people who got the COVID-19 vaccine.
It probably represents what's called an off-target inflammatory condition.
Dr. Elizabeth Connick agrees. She's chief of infectious diseases at the University of Arizona.
Well, they're not making it up.
Off-target inflammatory condition. Where would that inflammation be coming from? It's coming from the vaccine. That beetle juice. That's where it's coming from. It's coming from that beetle juice. All right?
And it's very important not to have them feel marginalized.
The European Union's equivalent to the FDA, called the European Medicines Agency, looked at data from both clinical trials and the initial vaccine rollout. And they're now recommending the Johnson & Johnson Janssen COVID-19 vaccine add tinnitus to its list of possible side effects. Here in the U.S., the FDA and CDC have also been looking at the data, and they've actually associated the vaccine with several rare but serious potential adverse health effects, except tinnitus. They say there's no causal relationship between this condition and the vaccine. Diving deeper, lots of things can cause tinnitus, including head injury, sinus congestion, stress, anxiety, autoimmune diseases, and high blood pressure. Plus, ear ringing conditions are so common. The CDC estimates nearly 15% of the general public, over 50 million Americans, experience some form of tinnitus.
Some people spontaneously have hearing changes or have tinnitus or increase their tinnitus for a reason that we cannot explain.
Dr. Susan Schmidt says you'd have to rule out everything else in order to link a patient's tinnitus to the vaccine. The post-vaccine tinnitus sufferers we spoke with sought medical care, but they said providers were reluctant to believe them and unsure about the best treatments. Online support groups also hit roadblocks. Down his group.
This is something that some people think is misinformation, but it is the truth. It is actually happening.
Some medical providers urge the FDA, CDC, and researchers to be open-minded and fully investigate these vaccine recipients' symptoms.
If there are side effects, we need to educate the public about them. We need to know about them so we can give people the right advice.
Now, 6 months after his latest COVID shot, Robert's tinnitus has quieted significantly. Knowing what you know now, would you have gotten the vaccine?
I would have gotten the vaccine. I just wish my doctors knew.
I would have gotten the vaccine knowing it was side effects. You a fool, man. You an idiot, a moron, a buffoon.
How to treat it, and I wish I knew to go and see a doctor sooner.
The ABC 15 investigators also contacted the vaccine manufacturers, Moderna, Pfizer, and Johnson & Johnson. All three urge people to report adverse events that could potentially be associated with the vaccine. Pfizer added that there's no evidence that tinnitus is associated with its vaccine, and Johnson & Johnson also said this, that it strongly supports raising awareness of signs and symptoms of these rare events so they can be identified and treated. It's also working closely with the FDA to assess potential updates to its fact sheet. Katie.
And Melissa, as they go ahead and start seeking medical care, are they able to find any relief from this?
Well, the people that we talk to say that the ringing in their ears has lessened or completely resolved itself in the months since their COVID shots. Though this is also important, that doctors we talk to say tinnitus is treatable, and whatever the cause, you should go and seek a doctor's advice.
All right, that's enough of that. So we're gonna go into some scriptures because, you know, I'm just tired. I watched 6 minutes of foolish talk and babble. All right. So let's go to and Salakia, y'all did too if you watched this video. So let's go into Job 13:4. But ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value. All right? A physician of no value is a doctor, somebody who prescribes something, somebody who gives you some type of advice. You know, A physician. Let's go to the definition of physician. All right. Nah, Salaki, I ain't typed that in. So,
Physician.
a person qualified to practice medicine, a person who cures moral or spiritual ills, a healer, physicians of the soul. All right. So that's the definition I was looking for. All right, because a physician don't have to necessarily be a doctor. All right. So let's go back to these scripts. But ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value. Y'all can't help nobody. Let's keep it real. Y'all can't help nobody. Let's go to Revelation 13:10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and faith of the saints. And as you can see, those damn jabs, they look like some damn swords, all right? Let's look at some images of swords. All right? And that's what them damn jabs look like. They look like baby swords. You know what I'm saying? And they piercing through your skin. All right? So let's go to 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant to his devices. And that's just another device of Satan. You know, this damn devil. All right? These damn wicked Edomites, Esau, Edom. We know they devices. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus 39:28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. All right. So that ringing in the ear, that's a spirit that could drive you to madness. All right. And just watch. You're gonna see people bugging out from that tinnitus in their ears, or tinnitus, whatever you want to call it, however you want to pronounce it. Not really important, but you know, for the sake of argument's sake, you know, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. And that's the Most High right there. You know, that's him. You know. So, Lord willing, you brothers and sisters have been edified from this lesson. And shalom to the next video.